this week's Snub, we've got The Cure live, How the Dance Bug Bit Creation Records, Spacemen 3, Drive, Shut Up and Dance, and first up, an exclusive showing of the new single from Throwing Muses, Counting Backwards. Drive come from Liverpool and have a reputation still largely confined to the northwest. Filmed live by Snub, this is their new single, Grease Gun.
So you up by your wisdom.
D's Creation label put out their first single in 1983, and over the years have made a name for themselves worldwide, releasing great independent pop by the likes of the Jesus and Mary Chain, House of Love, Momus, Primal Scream, and many others. That direction continues, but in the last 12 months, Creation has surprised many with the stream of hot dance records. A compilation of these, Keeping the Faith, is just out. Snub questioned Ed Ball and others at the label about what led to Creation's interest in dance music.
It was down to Manchester and G-Mix, New Order, the thing that the big Christmas party, and that's when people became experienced in certain areas of certain cultures, and that was really the turning point. And then it was marrying that idea with the music, and then it's like you'd have this and you'd have that. You have 2 + 2 = 4, and then you put two together and you think, yes, great. But at first you couldn't make it work, because it was not until you looked at the you took a leaf out of the books of Drummond, Richard Norris and the Grid, and like Danny Rampling's club Shoom. Like between the three of them, Shoom was an altar to practice the new faith. Drummond as an idea how to carry out the scam, and Richard Norris with the Jack the Tab compilation, a method of operation, and then after that it was we just said, oh, we'll have a go at this, and the first point was Primal Scream Loaded, then Hypnotone, and then the rest followed. So it all seemed to fall into place.
Just what is it that you want to do?
We want to get loaded, and we want to have a good time.
Andy Weatherall's remix of Primal Scream's Loaded was a crucial moment in Creation's move in a dance direction. Primal's Bobby Gillespie explained what prompted their embracing of a new sound.
So although we had long hair and stuff, we're listening to lots of different kinds of music, and we were going to clubs. And if you look at the interviews we did then in the music press, you know, they would say, who do you like in contemporary music? And I would say, I don't really like any groups. I've been going to a lot of clubs. But it doesn't really matter, does it? What matters is the records. There's so much bad music being made and released every week. You know, I think the remix thing can be great, but it can also be bad. I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think you can like improve on a bad record. What can I say? Loading and Come Together are fantastic records. So.
The man behind Hypnotone, Tony Martin, is another important factor in the Creation meets dance story.
The original idea was for me to start a dance label with Alan, and that kind of overshadowed the music I was doing. I found that I couldn't make music and try and start a label at the same time. So then Creation evolved into a more dance-oriented label, and I mean, there was no real reason why it shouldn't put out both kinds of music.
Dream.
I don't think it makes any difference who makes dance music. I don't think it makes any difference who makes music, period. I mean, there's no reason to categorise people, certainly as far as colour or whatever, or what instruments they play. you know, I'm just glad that people are kind of embracing technology now instead of just rejecting it out of hand without really knowing what it can do, because it can just improve people's creative potential. Yeah, it's opened it up to a lot more people.
Creation are quick to insist an interest in dance isn't the whole story. They still work with lots of different artists, from the newly signed Teenage Fan Club to My Bloody Valentine.
I think creation's about a lot of things overall, and different people have different interpretations of what it means, and that's the most beautiful thing. It's a wonderful enigma, a fabulous enigma, and people make their own decisions. It's like love. We treat the whole thing as art in the first instance, and I mean art is something that takes time to develop and to work, and to happen, and that's why I think when eventually a new My Bloody Valentine EP comes out and a new Valentine's record comes out, that the respect for it is always massive.
My Bloody Valentine, despite being remixed on the Keeping the Faith compilation, maintain their interest in their very own distinctive direction. Their new EP, Tremolo, is also just released, and the Valentine's Cavern and Belinda try to pin down their sound.
We're not just content to play rock and roll, you know. And I don't know why, for no particular reason, just we're not, you know, so it kind of drives you to try and push things a bit further all the time, just because it's the only way you can get any pleasure out of it. I mean, I don't really know how immediate this new EP is, so that's the trouble. But we really like it.
A lot of people think it's funny to start with, you know, and listen to it and just like...
A lot of people
crack
went to
up
fix a record player, they thought something was wrong. Or another classic one was people said the cassette was wrong. It's like 10th generation cassette. It was like a perfect quality copy.
Nobody says it, is it supposed to sound like that?
Shut Up and Dance are a totally independent duo from East London who've been making waves on the dance scene for some time. As well as putting out records as Shut Up and Dance, they run a label of the same name and work as a production team. From their debut album, Dance Before the Police Come, this is Derek Went Mad. It's been a long time since you could see The Cure outside of a stadium arena, but prior to their Wembley British Music Award date, and billed as 5 Imaginary Boys, The Cure played a small London club. The opportunity to film completely new tracks was too good to miss, and we asked Robert Smith how the band felt about such a radical change in venue.
Yeah, strange enough, we've probably rehearsed more intensely for this than we do for big concerts. I think if we were just doing the Wembley thing, we probably wouldn't have bothered having a rehearsal. But we've actually spent 2 whole days getting this right. Well, we're using it as an opportunity to play some new stuff that we haven't played before, that we've just recorded, and some old favourites. And it's something we've wanted to do for ages, really, just to remind ourselves what it's like. But I think the last time we did anything like this was in 1984. Tonight, I mean, if we've had a few drinks and the audience is like enjoying it, we'll probably be tempted to try something which we wouldn't normally attempt. You know, I'll move sort of like a bit nearer to myself, like the guitar neck or something.
We're going to start with a song that you haven't heard before. We've only heard a couple of times. This is called The Big Hand.
constantly pushing us to, you know, to capitalise on the success that we've got at the moment. But I always have had the feeling that we should always believe that we're going to be around next year, sort of thing. Whether anyone wants to come and see us or not, it doesn't matter, because that isn't why we started. So I don't see why I should start worrying about it now. I don't know really about ambition, because I've never really had goals as such that I've wanted to achieve. My general ambition was to actually be doing what I'm doing at the moment, which was whatever I wanted to be doing. So I'm in a constant state of achieving my one ambition. And it never really occurred to me when I was younger what that would be, what it would involve, whether it would be a group or whatever. So I think as long as I'm just able to spend every day doing what I want, I mean, it's terribly selfish, but I mean, within those parameters you can actually be doing things for other people. But as long as I wasn't dictated to by anyone, as long as I didn't have to get up in the morning, I'd be achieving my life's ambition. So far it's all gone according to plan.
Next week on Snub, check Massive Attack and the Young Disciples. This week, we take our leave with Big City from the posthumous album by Spacemen 3, Recurring.
Everybody